Sir, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
सर इस वेबएक्स के एप्लीकेशन पे अटेंडेंस कैसे होती है?
ऑटोमेटिकली होती है।
नहीं सर, क्योंकि मैंने एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड किया और उसमें कोई भी टीम दिखा नहीं रहा है सर, मुझे इनपुट नहीं किया किसी टीम में।
आप माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम में नहीं है, वेबएक्स में है।
हाँ सर, वेबएक्स का ही डाउनलोड किया मैंने एप्लीकेशन। उसमें मैंने अपनी ईमेल आईडी लॉगिन किया, उसके अंदर दिखा नहीं रहा सर किसी टीम के अंदर मेरा नाम।
टीम हमने टीम को हाइड कर दिया है। ओनली यू विल बी इन अ पोजीशन टू सी।
ओके तो
पार्टिसिपेंट्स आर
सर
हिडन।
जो
यू कैन नॉट
जो
कम्युनिकेट विद द
कैलेंडर पे
पार्टिसिपेंट्स।
जो लिंक है उससे ज्वाइन कर लेना, रोज चलेगा ना?
हाँ,
सर कैलेंडर पे जो लिंक है वेबएक्स का उससे ज्वाइन करे तो चलेगा ना? एप्लीकेशन से करना जरूरी नहीं है ना?
नहीं है। जो मैंने मेल किया उसी से ज्वाइन करना है।
ठीक है सर।
Hi, good morning. So today's class will be from 11:30 to 12:10. Okay, it will be a short class. Tomorrow you are going to have the class at the regular time, that is 11 o'clock. Okay. So let's continue our discussion on the coding aspect of the coding ninjas. Okay, so we had discussed about the single loop, and somewhere over here we were in conditional and loops. Okay, the first question that is asked is about the total salary. This actually doesn't require a loop, it just requires something called as a if else condition over here. Okay, So what is the question is, write a program to calculate the total salary of a person. The user has to enter a basic salary. One moment. The user has to enter the basic salary and integer. Okay, so point number one, you have to enter the basic salary as an integer. Fine. And a grade. And the grade, which is an uppercase character, That means you should know how to accept a character. And depending upon what is the salary entered, we need to calculate the total salary as basic plus HRA plus DA plus allowance minus PF. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you and I'm audible to you. Quickly type a yes. Okay, fine. That's great. Okay. Now, if you look at the code, there are two things we need to accept. One is the basic salary, which is an integer, and second is a grade, which is an uppercase character. So the how I can accept? How I can accept the? Let me close the chat. Let me close this window. Okay. So you'll be creating a scanner object over here. We'll be accepting the basic. We will be accepting the grade. So how do I accept the basic? By saying basic is equal to s dot next int. Okay. Character grade is equal to s dot next char at 0. So what it means, s dot next means accept a string and from the string extract the first character at the index 0 and store it in grade. So my left hand side is a character variable. This caret will give is a predefined function which is acting on a string which will give me the character. The HRA and the DA are 20% and 50% of the basic. For that, there is no condition. Directly we can calculate. So we can calculate the HRA by saying 20 into basic divided by 100, that is 0.2. 50 into basic divided by 100, that is 0.5. So I directly type 0.2 and 0.5, but you can continue by typing 20 into basic divided by 100, 50 into basic divided by 100. So we have calculated the HRA and the DA. Now for the allowance, we have to use if else. What it says is the allowance is 1700 if grade is A, allowance is 1500 if grade is B, allowance is 1300 if grade is C or any other character. That means if the character grade entered is anything other than A and B, then what it is saying is the allowance is 1300. The provident fund is 11% of the basic, which should be subtracted. If you look at the formula, it is basic plus HRA plus DA plus allowance calculated as per this condition. And then we have to subtract the provident fund. So we have already calculated the HRA and DA. So next step is calculation of the allowance. So how I can calculate the allowance? I can calculate the allowance by the following condition. Declare a variable and then say if grade equal to A, allowance is 1700. If it is B, allowance is 1500. Else allowance is 1300. We calculate. So we have calculated the allowance also. Now what remains calculated is the provident fund. So we can calculate the provident fund by saying 11 into basic divided by 100, which is nothing but the 0.11. Okay, which is nothing but the 0.11. We calculated total salary as basic plus HRA plus DA plus allowance minus PF. Now, since all these entries are the provident fund is a double, the HRA and DA is a double, we'll get the answer in decimal places. Okay. But if you look at my, what you can say, answer to be displayed, it has to be displayed as an integer. Clear? So we see on substituting this value to the formula of total salary, we get 8761.53, and after rounding it off, we'll get 8762. That means you have to use a round function and then take the integral part of it. So this must be a challenging one because it requires a concept of a typecasting. So after calculating the provident fund, the total salary will be basic plus HRA plus DA plus allowance minus provident fund. Store it in a total salary. The first thing they ask is round this particular figure. So we can round it by saying mat.round total salary. So that gives me the rounded figure over there. Okay, and then take an integral part of it. That means whatever answer you get with decimal places, ignore those decimal places. We wanted it in integer. So typecast it into an integer, store the result in an answer and display it. Any doubt in this question? This question is illustrating only some points, and that is how to accept a integer, how to accept a character, how to use a if else, and how to do the typecasting. Is it clear? Okay. What does the question say is we need a multiplication table to be displayed as per the following format. You accept an integer n. So data is accepted from the user. Output the first and multiples of n each printed on the new line. That means you have to display the first and multiple of it. For example, if I enter 5, then it should display 5 into 1 is 5, 5 into 2 is 10, 15, 20, and so on. It should go on till 10 because what it says, the first and multiples of it. Okay. So what will be my n over there? My n will be between 0 to 10,000. That means the number accepted will be in the range 0 to 10,000. So it is telling you what should be your data type. So it could be an integer. Sample input 1 is 2. And what we need to do, we need to display the multiples of it. That is 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, and 2 into 10 is 20. If I enter 5, then it will be 5 into 1 is 5, 5 into 2 is 10, and so on. Something like this. So this will be my sample input, this will be my sample output. Clear? Am I audible to you, everyone? So Shweta, kindly check your audio from your side because I'm clearly audible to everyone over here. Okay. Point number 1, create a scanner object. Point number 2, accept an integer. Why? Because the test case says that we need to accept an integer. Clear? Step 3 is we need to set up a loop. You can use a for loop or you can use a while loop. So I have set up a while loop. What does the while loop says? While I less than equal to 10. Why 10? Because the question clearly says that we need a first and multiples of it. Clear? Then what I do, I simply need to display the result. That is system.out.println n into I. So what is I? I will be from 1. Where is 1? Sorry, where is I running from? I is running from 1 to 10. So it will be, assume that we have entered 2. So 2 into 1 is 2. I plus plus, now it becomes 2. Is 2 less than equal to 10? Yes. So it becomes 2 into 2, 4. I plus plus now becomes 3. Is 3 less than equal to 10? 3 into 2 becomes 6, and so on. So keep on multiplying the element by the value of I, which is running from 1 to 10. So what we learned over here, we learned how to use a loop over here. How to learn a loop. Is it clear to you, everyone? Because I want you to do certain modification to this particular code. Is it clear to everyone? You could type a yes or no. Okay. What I want from your side, I want you to accept a number. Let's assume the number is 10. I want you to accept the iteration. Let's assume the iteration is 12. So what I want is something like this output. 10 into 1 equal to 10. 10 into 12 equal to 120. Is it clear to you? I want you to accept two things. Accept a number, like how this program is doing. I also want you to accept the value of I. Let's assume we have entered it as 12. That means this loop should be running from 1 to 12. The loop should be running from 1 to 12. And I want the answer in this format. 10 into 1 equal to 10. The last entry will be 10 into 12 is equal to 120. Is the question clear to you? Question clear to you? I need two input from the user, n and I, and I want to display the multiplication table of it. If I enter something like this, then my last entry will be something like this. That means I should be running from 1 to that particular number entered. Okay. So I'm giving you, it is 11:41. I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes to make the changes in this particular code and display the result. So kindly you can type the code at 11:43 in the chat window. Okay, time's up. Let's have some solutions and let's have a look at it. Only one solution I have got. Scanner multiplication table. Multiplication table T should have been capital. Naming convention. Public static void main. No issues. Scanner. NNM. Close. Very good. Is equal to 1. For I is equal to 0. I less than M. Wonderful. And then you are saying SOP. N into A plus N into A. Good, good, good. Second solution, enter the number. What number? Enter the iterator. Good. Then After that, you close it, you set up a loop and you say n into x plus j, that is concatenation equal to n into j. Good. Third solution, scanner multiplication table, next in for enter a number, enter the multiplication factor. Okay, good. One moment. Print line. Okay, good. Fourth solution, great, good. Fourth solution, Yuvraj, what I ask you, it is not meeting. You're simply displaying the result. I wanted in this format. So kindly make the changes in your SOP. Amrit solution, let's check it. You're again display. Amrit Jyot, I wanted output in this format. You're not doing it. I guess you must have done it in the next line. Yeah. Okay. So I got 5 solutions over here. Everyone has done it right. Okay. So rest of you kindly practice and do it. In case you get stuck, I'll be uploading the solutions. Let's go for the next question. Write the program. Write the program to input an integer n and print the sum of all even digit and sum of all odd digits separately. Okay. So this question requires two things. If I enter 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, okay, how we could find the sum of the digits? We know that we have to divide the number by 10. And if we keep on dividing the number by 10, we get a remainder. Keep on doing this and we can find the sum of all the digits. But now one more condition has been added and it says that you have to find the sum of odd, you have to find the sum of even. That means what will be odd in this case? 1 is odd, 3 is odd, and 5 is odd. So we need a sum of it. Okay. And 2, 4 are even. So we need a sum of it. Right. That means before we find the sum, we have to just check the number, found out whether it is or the number extracted is even or odd. So let's check what are the constraints. Your number has to be between 0 to 10 raised to 8. It means it has to be an integer. If it was something greater than this, then you will have to use a long. Then sample input 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number entered is 1, 2, 3, 4. What we need, we want to find the sum of even and odd. What will be the sum of even? 4 plus 2 will be 6. Sum of odd will be 3 and 1, which is 4. By the way, what is first asked? All even digits should come first and then all odd digits should come first. And we should be separated by a space. Okay. If I enter 5, 5, 2, 4, 4, then first we need to find the sum of even. 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is 8. And sum of odd will be 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 15. Okay. So point number 1. Point number 1. Kindly declare an object of the scanner class. Kindly declare 3 variables, 1 for remainder, 1 for even, 1 for odd. Okay. Accept the number from the user and check this particular condition. Okay. What does the condition says? While n greater than 0, as long as the number is greater than 0, or we could say number not equal to 0. Okay, while number not equal to 0, what we need to do, we need to take the number divided by 10. Let's take this 55245. Take this number and divide by 10. When you divide by 10, what we get? We get the remainder as 5. We get the remainder as 5, right? Now we need to check whether it's even or odd. So what we do, we say percentage by 2. When you divide a number by 2, if the remainder is 0, it is even, else it is odd. Since in this case it is odd, what we do, we have taken this variable as sum of odd. So sum of odd is equal to sum of odd plus r. So sum of odd was 0, 0 plus r is in this case 5. So this is your if else. Okay. So for clarity, what I will do, I'll press a enter over here and I will write this over here and I will write over here so that it is clear that this particular step is an independent step. After executing the else, it comes over here, n is equal to n divided by 10. Let's write this correctly. Okay. N is equal to n divided by 10. Okay. So when you say n is equal to n divided by 10, what should happen? 55224 should be divided by 10. So we get 55224. Is 55224 not equal to 0? Yes. 55224 divided by 10 gives me remainder as 4. When I divide 4 by 2, is the remainder 0? Yes, the remainder is 0. So what you should do? You should take the sum of even, which is 0, and add 2 to it, and add 4 to it. So sum of even becomes 4. Take a number, divide by 10. So now the number is 5522. So the number is 5522 divided by 10. So we get 2. When you divide 2 by 2, is the remainder 0? Yes. So take the previous sum, which is 4. Add r to it, which is 2. And the sum of even will be 2. Is it clear? So in this way, it is going to proceed. You have any doubt in this? In case you have any doubts, kindly raise it. I am waiting for 2 minutes for you. Okay. Pay attention. Let's take a very simple number. Okay, for illustration, let's take the very simple number. Number is 1, 2, 3. Number is 1, 2, 3. So at this point, number is 1, 2, 3. Okay. When you divide the number by 10, what we get? We get the remainder as 3. We get the remainder as 3. When you divide 3 by 2, is the remainder 0? No. So what will happen? Sum of odd is 0. 0 plus r will be 3. So in this case, what is the sum of odd? It is 3. It is 3. N is equal to n divided by 10. So what is the number? When you divide number by 10, it becomes 12. So it goes to the top of the loop. What is the number now? It is 12. Is n not equal to 0? Yes, 12 is not equal to 0. So when you divide 12 by 10, what's the remainder? It is 2. When you divide 2 by 2, is the remainder 0? Yes, it is 0. So what is sum of even now? Sum of even was 0. 0 plus r is 2. So what is even sum? It is 2. Now it comes down over here. N is equal to n divided by 10. When you take 12 divided by 10, what we get? We get 1. So control goes back. Is 1 not equal to 0? Yes. When you divide 1 upon 10, what's the remainder? It is 1. It is 1. When you divide 1 by 2, is the remainder 0? No. So control comes over here. So add it to 3. So it becomes 3 plus 1, 4. When you divide 1 by 10, what we get? We get 0. So the loop is false. Then what we should display? We should display sum of even. What is sum of even? 2. What is sum of odd? 4. So if I enter 1, 2, 3, what will be the odd numbers? 1 and 3. So what will be the sum of it? 4. And what will be the sum of even? It is 2. Is it clear? In case anyone has any doubt, can raise it now. I'm waiting for 1 minute. Press Ctrl C to come out of the infinite loop. Otherwise, it will automatically come out. Press Control C or automatically it will come out. Okay. Next. Factors. Write a program to print all the factors of a number other than 1 and the number itself. That means it doesn't want 1 and it doesn't want the number itself. Okay. The number should be between 0 and 10,000. So let's take it as integer. Let's take 8. So what are the factors of this particular number? Tell me. You can type it in the chat window. Kindly write all the factors of 8. Kindly write all the factors of 8. Quick. Kindly write all the factors. What will be the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. Wonderful. Great, great, great. Good, good. Now, as per the question, what it says, you do not want a 1. That means 1 should be extracted, and you do not want the number itself, and you do not want the number itself. That means the last value 8 shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be there. Clear? So point number 1, what you do? You accept a number from the user. Okay, so let's assume it is 8. What we want? We do not want a 1. So we should start our loop with I is equal to 2. We should start your loop with I is equal to 2. Clear? By the way, what is the question? It says you need to display the factors of it. Okay, we need to display the factors of it. Let's take I is 2. I is 2. And what is n over here? N is a number which entered is 8. Now what we do? We divide 8 by 2. We divide 8 by 2. Why? Because number entered is 8 and I is 2. When you divide I by 2, is it the remainder 0? Yes. If the remainder is 0 means what? It is a factor of it. So we display that particular value 2. Then we say I plus plus. So what does I plus plus mean? Now it is 3. Is 3 less than 8? Yes. When you divide 8 by 3, is the remainder 0? No. So do not print this particular value because if condition is false. I plus plus is 4. When you divide 4, sorry, is 4 less than 8? Yes. When you divide 8 by 4, is the remainder 0? Yes. Display 4. Display 4. Next value is 5. When you divide 8 by 5, is the remainder 0? No. Next number is 8. Sorry, next I value of I is 6. When you divide 8 by 6, is the remainder 0? No. 8 upon 7, is the remainder 0? No. I plus plus is 8. Is 8 less than 8? No. So come out. So what it is doing, it is displaying the prime factors excluding 1 and excluding n. Excluding 1 and excluding n. Any doubt? I'll wait for a minute if you have any doubts. If anyone has any doubts, kindly raise it within a minute. Okay, now this is the question. You have to do it on your own. I won't be helping you. Find the power of a number. Okay, write a program to find x to the power of n. Take x and n from the user. Okay, we need to accept x and n from the user. So let's say two integer x and n separated by a space. Okay, and then what we need to do? We need to find the power of it. Okay. Does it say we can't use a power function? No, it doesn't say it. So directly you can use it and find the number. Okay. What are the constraints? 0 less than equal to x, x less than equal to 8, 0 less than equal to n, n less than equal to 9. Very much in the input range. Sample input 3 and 4. So what you should do? It should calculate 3 raised to 4, which is 81. Then 2 and 5. 2 raised to 5 is 32. What I want you to do is, I don't want to use mat.power. I want you to use the concept of a loop and write the code which will give me this, which will solve this particular question. Find the power of a number. Find the power of a number. In case you're not in a position to solve by L04, then I will share my solution. Is the question clear to you? Find the power of a number using a loop. Do not use mat.power. Okay, let's see. How to take input separated by the space? You can continue with the same set of instructions. Int x is equal to s dot next int, int n is equal to s dot next int, and it will still work. Do not write a power because it might be a keyword. Write something like my power or something like that. Scanner done, A and B are done, input is close, PD is power loop. I, what is I? Int I, you said. Okay, I is equal to 1, I less than B, PD star equal to A. So you are storing it in PD. Okay. And then it will go on till it is B. Good. And then you are displaying the value of PD. You have used online compiler. Okay. Scanner. Enter the number and enter the power. Then what you did, you declared a variable as power. Then you said I is equal to 1 to less than equal to so and so. Then you said power into number and then you displayed the answer. It is good. Package scanner. Do not use the package name as a scanner. It will simply confuse everyone. Do not use a package as a scanner. Okay? Do not use this as a package name. Public static void xn scanner sc.next result while n not equal to 0, result is equal to n and you subtracted n. Good. Fourth answer is num to power answer is equal to 1, scanner is equal to so and so, num is equal to so and so, power close it, power answer is equal to 1. Yes, great. So good. So we have solved almost all the programs from the conditional and loops. Okay. So kindly tell me whether the patterns model, which is the next model, open to you or not. This particular model pattern, is it open to you? Okay, great. So tomorrow what we'll be doing is, tomorrow we'll be discussing about the coding by writing the user-defined function. Okay, so tomorrow what we are going to do, we are going to have a look at some more coding examples such as a prime number, Armstrong number, and so on. Okay, then we will discuss about prime numbers in a range. That means we are going towards a nested loop. But we won't be writing the logic in the main. We'll be using a static function to write the particular code. That means tomorrow's session will be reserved for again the looping examples, but that particular looping example solutions will be a function. That means we won't be writing the code in a main. Is it clear? Okay, thank you very much. That will be the end of the lectures. From tomorrow, again, the lecture will start at 11 o'clock. In case anyone has any doubts, they can raise it right now. Yeah, you all can leave. In case your console is not being displayed, you go to the view menu and from there you can display the console. Amrit. When you go to the view, you can see the various windows from there, say console, and it will be visible to you.